Well, anyway, we're talking about living the 50 Plus Lifestyle Conference and Expo. And with me, I have Deborah Marzola, and she is kind of the organizer of this, the first one, right?
Yes.
And then with her, we have Deborah Verney. And what we need more attorneys that understand elder law, right?
Thank you. We definitely
because
do.
that is so important.
It is very important.
Whether it's for your mother or yourself or whatever, you really need to understand that.
Right.
Tell us about the conference.
That's what the conference is all about. It's
educational.
It's an educational conference. It's not an expo where you just go booth to booth. We are featuring over 12 seminar sessions. We have elder law, retirement planning speakers, and we also have physicians speaking about bone and joint replacement for knee and hips, and we also have a rheumatologist coming in. So it's a great place to ask questions, get answers from leading professionals as well as the best physicians in the area to help you. The most important thing is to educate the baby boomers and their aging parents. That's what the event is all about.
So a daughter could bring her mother if she's,
right.
50
Why wait
and her
till a
mother's
crisis
65.
happens? There are so many elderly parents out there that, their children are 50 plus, but they don't want to burden their parents, their children, because they have their family and their own work and everything else, that if they need a ride to the doctors, they don't want to, impose.
Yeah.
So it's really important to, find out what you really need to discuss with your parents, and this is a great place to do that. I wish I did it more, when my mom was alive, because there's so many things that we really don't realize what we need to know. Not only for ourselves as we're baby boomers and planning for retirement, but also to help care for our aging parents. For memory loss, we're going to be speaking on Alzheimer's and dementia. We're going to be speaking on annuities and trust funds.
And you're talking about
and
elder
Deborah
law.
Verney is one of our sponsors with Herzog Law. That's going to be there. Capcom is also one of our sponsors, and they'll be speaking on wealth management, etc. But it's really important. And Deborah can share with me just basically what we need to know.
Yeah, and Deborah, I was just going to ask you, we talk about elder law. It has to do with maybe sometimes setting up a trust, getting a number of affairs in order before you even need to have them in order, right?
Well, our firm's slogan is sooner is better than later.
Yeah.
What we find is the younger you are when you start doing planning, the better off you're going to be. There's, certain stuff that you need to do when you're young. I mean, even if you just got married, just have a child, as opposed to, people that are elderly that need to set up trust funds, and they need to have a power of attorney, and they need to have a healthcare proxy. And I think the thing that I hate the worst is water cooler talk. I call that, I'll have my clients call me up and say, well, I heard this or I heard that. Well, living the 50 plus lifestyle is going to be a great opportunity for you to actually find out what the real truth is. Because, the neighbor looking over the fence will tell you one thing.
Hearsay,
and then, you get all upset about that, and then they're like, oh, well, my sister's brother's cousin told me this. Go to the experts, find out what's really going on, and it's a great opportunity because there's going to be so many professions there that you can focus in on what segments you want to look at. You can go to different breakout sessions. I think it's going to be a great opportunity.
Well, this is so essential to put it all in one place. What a great idea for you.
Well, I did it on behalf of my mom after my mom passed away, and before I made a promise to her that I would help educate baby boomers myself and to care for their aging parents. And I started a magazine that I had no idea.
You got Vivacity
here. Right,
here.
Vivacity magazine, and the tagline is Living the 50 Plus Lifestyle. That's where we came up with the name of the conference. But it's more of an article-based magazine. And we go from A to Z in helping you within each magazine. It's a quarterly publication, so it only comes out 4 times a year. It's complimentary. It's in all the Paneras restaurants and CVS pharmacy, so you can pick it up in a lot of different places. And that's the spin-off where Living the 50 Plus Lifestyle Conference came from, because I was asked so many questions where they liked the article, and if it wasn't for an article in the magazine, they wouldn't have gone and got health care and changed for the long-term care insurance. A lot of people also don't understand the difference between, where should mom live, and we're doing a panel session on that because they don't know the difference between an assisted living, a nursing home, and independent living. So this conference is going to explain all of that.
And probably give you ideas of what, the transition that you make. Is it important to get a will made out?
Everyone should have a will. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
break it on
No,
that.
no, but I just threw that in there.
Everyone should have a will. Everyone should have a healthcare proxy, and everyone should have a power of attorney. I mean, those are the three basic documents that everyone should have.
Yeah,
no
because
matter
it
young or old.
puts everything in a tailspin
Right.
if you don't have.
It does.
And what people also don't realize, if you did a will 20 years ago, things have changed. You need to update that.
I just updated my will and just actually mailed a check in
Right.
yesterday.
And you
so
need to-
I mean, it's
Good
like
for you.
Good for you.
I figured, and that was like 10 years ago that I
Right.
wrote it, and I thought, well, things have changed. I need to
They have.
look at
Right.
this again.
And you also have
So
to
kids, I got it all taken care of.
you also have to look at the power of attorney, because things have changed with that
Yeah.
too. And don't forget, our laws are changing constantly. What you did 5 years ago, well, the laws have changed, the taxes have changed. So you really have to be, understand the different
Nothing
things.
is stasis anymore.
No, it
You know,
doesn't.
it used to be that whatever you did was, I mean, the stores were always the same ones on the corner. They didn't change, and
Right.
but now things change, and
Right.
you better be looking at your finances. You better
Exactly.
be looking at your health care. A lot of things to
Right.
be looking at, and I love the idea that she has this conference, which is going to be held on. I don't have that.
It's
written.
on Friday, September 21st. It's at
Okay.
the Holiday Inn Express in Latham.
Right.
And you really need to come. We're going to have great exhibitors.
And you
we have
have,
50
and
exhibitors.
there's a slight charge for it, but
It's
it covers
it's a $20 fee, and we did that because it's an educational. It's one way for you to get
But you
in
get
front
lunch
of.
and you get everything.
It's the one way that you get in front of the lawyers and the retirement
Right, right.
planners and physicians to ask the questions and get answers that you've been wondering about.
You go to a movie and you're paying that
Right.
between the ticket and the popcorn. I mean, you're
And we're having food.
Right.
And you're going to have food there.
Yes,
I think
we're
you
going to have
a snack
continental
and,
breakfast. Continental breakfast, and
Lunch.
we have a couple of refreshment breaks, and there's lunch. So
What
really,
more can you ask for a whole day of learning,
Right.
learning, and you're getting your questions answered? That's the exciting part about it.
That's the most important thing, is remembering that you don't have to go to every session. There's over 12 sessions, but you can select which session you would like to
The
go
one
to.
that it's one size does
Exactly.
not fit all.
One size
You
does
get-
not fit all.
Right. Thank you both for being here. And
Thank
we'll be looking
you.
forward to hearing more about that and finding out how it goes. And we'll have you on next year when you do your next
Yes.
one.